With this week's iGaming industry news, reporting for sportsbookreview.com, with a guest appearance this week from the esteemed analyst Jay Todd. Firstly, starting stateside, so strong is Utah's opposition against the legalization of online poker that Utah Governor Gary Herbert sent a letter to Democratic Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid of Nevada and Republican House Speaker John Boehner expressing his disapproval. The letter, according to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, stated that gaming laws should be decided by individual states and not on a federal basis. Last March, Herbert passed a preemptive bill ruling out Utah's involvement in any federal internet poker regulation, becoming the first state to do so. Spain is one step closer to regulating their online gaming market. Spanish e-gaming body La Asociación Española de Juego Digital recently published a list of 26 companies comprised of suppliers, affiliates and operators who have agreed to join the association and will be in full compliance with government regulations. One popular gaming company who is opting out of Spain is Bodog Europe. Spain's customers have been told that their accounts will be closed by the end of the month and that they have been asked to withdraw their outstanding balances. Poker rooms on the micro gaming network also ceased their activity in February as a result of this. In UK news, following Chancellor George Osborne's budget announcement last month to introduce a point of consumption tax for remote online gambling operators, the UK government has said that they would be grateful for any comments on the policy design and the potential impact of proposed legislation. The government is interested in feedback from all stakeholders, including operators, gambling software suppliers, advertisers of remote gambling services, trade bodies, and all other parties who have an interest in remote gambling taxation. If this applies to you, you may go to the HM Treasury website and submit your comments. And now, as promised, I'd like to welcome Jay Todd, founder of ThisWeekInGambling.com and a regular contributor to gaming industry news. Hi Jay, how are you?
I'm great, Natalie. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Could you tell us a little bit more about yourself for our viewers who don't already know about you?
Well, you know, I founded the APCW in 2003. I was an affiliate. For many years, I worked at the helm of the APCW, fighting for player and webmaster rights. And then with the changing industry recently, I figured it was time for me to go back out on my own and change dynamically as the industry was changing with the regulation. So I no longer am an official part of the APCW, although I still do their videos and am their official spokesperson. I now run a company called Bet Viral, and we're going to be producing a lot of dynamic online media for the gaming industry. Our first project, as you mentioned, is This Week in Gambling. So.
Yeah, and I just saw the latest episode featuring our lovely Peter Loshak.
Very lovely man. He wears a little too much blush, though.
I don't know. Can you wear too much blush?
You know, probably not. I probably could not, but Peter, you know, he has that natural beauty. He doesn't have to.
Okay, what are the things that are happening stateside recently that you think gamblers should be aware of? I'm kind of on the edge of my seat over here.
Well, you know, to be redundant, it's almost redundant because we've talked about New Jersey so much, but just recently, the most recent gambling bill just passed the Senate committee over there. There's some debate on whether it's going to actually get all the way through. There's some optimism because the governor there says that he's more open and receptive to online gambling now because so many other states are pushing for it. Of course, he did veto the last gambling bill, and but you know, the situation last time when he vetoed it, it was that the Department of Justice was still very much opposed to online gambling, and of course that's changed since that time. Also, California, as we know, has been toying with the idea of online poker for a while. There's a bill currently in that state which would allow racetracks and tribal gaming and card rooms to get a license to provide online poker to state residents. And then after about a 2-year period, they're considering phasing in other casino games. And other than that, the governor of Utah wrote a letter to the feds the other day and said, you know, don't regulate gambling at a federal level because we don't want it in our state. which a lot of people kind of roll their eyes and go, oh, Utah. But you know what? I'm a pretty even-keeled type of fellow. I mean, I can get excitable and passionate about my industry, but legally, gambling has always been a states' rights issue. So I got to back up and say, hey, you know what? If Utah doesn't want gambling in their state, that's their right. And
that's right.
I guess I kind of have to support the governor there in his view. You got Nevada right next door, so if you want to gamble, just drive across the border.
Drive across the border, that's right. And is there anything else that's going on in Jay Todd land?
Oh, Jay Todd land, that's a happy place, let me tell you.
An open-ended question, I can imagine.
Oh, yeah, I mean, let's see. Well, let's see what's going on in Jay Todd. Let me reach down. Now we got my my bottle of vodka here. It's Friday afternoon, so you know.
It is indeed, and Friday the 13th, I might add.
So I don't really work for a living, right?
Great, thanks for that, Jay, and hopefully we'll have you on again soon.
Thank you, Natalie, it was lovely.
Have a wonderful weekend and see you all next week. This is Natalie Rydström reporting for the one and only sportsbookreview.com.